Hi, Adrienne Wanamaker at Brush and Trowel. Today we're going to do a quick run through on photo transfers on wood panels. We have the kits available online at brushandtrowel.com. It's a great weekend activity, so let's get started. Now we're going to go over the components that we need to produce this project. We need our wood canvas. This is a 12 by 12 inch. We need a laser printout, black and white. The least expensive paper is the best kind of paper. It's the easiest to get off. We have a Bondo blade, sandpaper, and the smooth transparent glazing gel. So first we're going to do is just lightly sand the wood canvas. It's really just a very light movement. I've used 220 sandpaper, and just wipe off your dust. And then take our Bondo blade, put our product on, and really the key here is to get it so that it's absorbing into the wood, because it will start to do that, and then get a nice even coating of this. So after you get the whole thing sort of absorbed, we're going to go over it with our Bondo blade, and we're really going to try and lay it flat so it's a consistent thickness all over. So after we have it really evenly covered with the product, we're going to take our picture, turn it over, and lay it down. You smooth out from the center. This isn't exactly the same size as the panel, but what I will do when we're taking the paper off is we will make all of the edges very antique-y looking. After you're done getting all the corners and edges smoothed down, you're going to take your Bondo blade and you're going to wipe along the edges just to clean them up. So finally, what we want to do is we want to take the Bondo blade and burnish the back of the paper so that it makes sure that there's no air bubbles and that the paper is totally touching all of the product. So we're going to let this now dry overnight, and we'll come back and we'll start rubbing the paper off tomorrow. We're about ready to start day 2 with the photo transfer. And what we will do is we'll end up wetting the paper, letting it soak in a little bit, and then we'll start rubbing the paper off. It does take a bit of rubbing to get the paper off. We may have to go 2 to 3 times before it comes totally off. So after the paper is pretty saturated, you just start rolling the paper off. So in this instance, the photo was not as big as the 12 by 12 board. It was just about a 1/4 inch short. So I definitely go around and make the edges look a little bit more distressed, so it adds more of an organic characteristic to the overall look. So we have the initial layer of the paper off, which you can see it's still here. We have to keep on scrubbing. Kind of moves up into a pulp. And it may take another time of letting it dry, seeing where the paper is, and then we'll keep dampening it and removing more. So we've gone through one pass and pulled off all of the paper. We are now can see, now that we've let it dry a little bit, where the paper is still sitting. So we will once again wet it. And I can take a little rag and just do it in a circular motion and rub that off. And I'll let it set on there and then rub it again with my hands, and you can still feel the little balls of the paper coming up. So this is what your finish should look like after you have rubbed off all of the paper. And the final thing that we have to do after we've let it set and dry for a couple of hours so that it feels nice and smooth, if there are some rough edges, you can take a sandpaper and just lightly touch up those. But once it's dry and it feels really smooth, we're going to go on and put a very thin coat of the smooth, transparent glazing gel on again. And you want to put it nice and tight so that it stays clear. So we're just finishing up our second coat of the gel, the glazing gel. Be sure and go to brushandtrowel.com and you can pick up one of the kits for a really fun weekend project.